Today we're going to work on a pretty simple rifle drill, and what I want to just share with you on a consistent basis is great drills that you can take to the range without a whole bunch of setup, a whole bunch of stuff you got to bring with you. We're shooting 3 targets, and I'll walk you through the drill that we're going to be working on. So as you can see, I've got these 2 targets behind me. They're real close, they're real big, and what that means is I don't have to give them a lot of respect when I'm on the trigger. So by respect, I simply mean a difficult target far away, I've got to respect it quite a bit if I want to get good hits on it. And by respecting the target, that means I'm going to need to prep that trigger. I'm going to need to have a great sight picture in the center of the target, not just on it. And I'm going to need to do that on one of the targets, the one in the back corner here. But these ones right here, these big targets that are real close, I don't have to respect them all that much. So I can get away with a sloppy sight picture. I can get away with a lot of stuff. It's just a simple, fast shooting technique that I'm going to use on these. Because they're close and easy, I don't have to worry too much about it. Then I'm going to transition to this steel in the back of the bay. And so this steel is going to be in that 35, call it 40-yard range from where I'm shooting from. Again, it's not tiny. We're talking about an 8-inch round circle, but it does deserve a little bit more respect, and that means a different technique. So I'm going to have to prep that trigger and have a center of the target sight picture on that. So 2 different techniques, right? Fast and loose on the close stuff, so I'm not shooting them too slow, and then nice and precise on the more difficult target that deserves more respect. Before I even make the gun hot, I think a couple of dry fire reps is a big deal. And all dry fire is simply just going through the movements, the manipulations, the things you're gonna do once you load it to make sure that your ducks are in a row, that your dot's on, that things seem and feel right, your stock's in the right position, all those things, right? So I bring gun up on shoulder, I'll charge the gun, safety on, get into my shooting position, go low ready, and then bring the gun up and just run through the drill dry. The first piece we're gonna do on this thing is just the close target. I'm just gonna hammer each one twice. Safety back on, totally reset before the next rep. Great, so that feels good, no issues. And so now I'm gonna transition to the third piece of steel that does require a different technique. Prep trigger, get a good shot on that third steel. It's a different technique. So the second part of the drill is I'm gonna go back the other way, which requires me to come up on target, precise, and then drive the gun hard on the closer targets. And what we often see is that I'll shoot these close steel at a much slower cadence because I started the drill on something precise. So our goal here is to avoid that. So we didn't have a whole lot of targets, we didn't have a whole lot of setup, and we got great reps in training difficult shooting techniques out here on the range. So you don't have to have a whole bunch of time, setup, and all that stuff to get in good training. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this is something that you can take out to the range and drive carbine skills next time you get out.